Hi everyone. I want to share how I cut my electric heating bill almost in half this winter, using simple strategies that anyone can apply. Last year, my home was freezing and my electric bills kept climbing. Even though I ran heaters all day and night without much success, I realized I needed a complete plan to reduce energy use while keeping the house warm and comfortable, without buying expensive equipment. I started by checking every room for drafts around windows, doors, vents, and any small gaps where cold air could sneak in and escape warmth. Even tiny leaks force heaters to work harder and waste large amounts of electricity, so sealing gaps became my first priority. I bought foam tape, weather stripping, and insulating, window film, and started sealing drafty areas immediately to lock in heat effectively. Window film made a noticeable difference by stopping cold air from entering and keeping warmth inside rooms throughout the day. Next, I applied foam tape around door frames and exterior outlets to prevent heat loss and keep the interior temperature stable during the night. Sealing small leaks under door thresholds and behind outlet covers saved more energy than I initially expected and improved comfort instantly. Once the windows and doors were sealed, I examined old space heaters and realized they were consuming far too much electricity to be efficient. The glowing red heaters produced quick heat, but wasted large amounts of electricity, making them impractical for consistent home heating. I replaced them with oil-filled radiators that provide steady warmth while using far less electricity and maintaining a comfortable temperature. The first night using oil-filled heaters, I noticed rooms warming evenly and staying warm longer than I ever experienced with the old units. These heaters are slower to heat, but radiate warmth steadily, so the room remains comfortable without constantly running at full power. Next, I focused on airflow because trapped heat near ceilings or behind furniture can make rooms feel colder even if heaters are on. I used a low-speed box fan behind heaters to gently push warm air across rooms, which improved circulation and increased overall comfort. Ceiling fans set in reverse mode pushed rising warm air down into living spaces, improving heating efficiency without raising bills. Furniture placement matters because blocking vents reduces heater effectiveness and makes some areas colder than others in the home. I rearranged furniture so warm air could flow freely and every room received heat without wasting electricity on blocked airflow. Next, I created heating zones using thick curtains and blankets in doorways to trap warmth in rooms we actually used and leave unused spaces cooler. Zoning prevented wasted heat in empty rooms and allowed us to focus electricity on occupied spaces while reducing overall energy use. I installed aluminum foil behind heaters placed near walls to reflect heat back into rooms instead of letting walls absorb it and waste energy. This trick increased perceived heat in rooms and reduced the amount of time heaters ran at maximum settings. Next, I added insulated rugs on cold floors to prevent heat from sinking and make walking surfaces feel warmer instantly without raising thermostat. Rugs allowed me to lower heater settings while maintaining comfort, which directly reduced my monthly electric bill. Significantly, I checked attic and basement insulation because heat rises and poor insulation in these areas forces heaters to work harder than necessary. Adding inexpensive insulation panels in the attic slowed heat loss and kept upper rooms warmer, reducing heater runtime substantially. In the basement, I installed reflective insulation on the ceiling to bounce heat back into living spaces instead of letting it escape downward. Reflective layers made the living spaces above noticeably warmer and improved overall heating efficiency without expensive upgrades. I also added draft stoppers and door curtains to separate heated areas from unheated spaces, concentrating warmth where we spent the most time. This zoning strategy allowed heaters to run less often and maintain consistent temperature in main living areas. Next, I installed insulated liners on older windows to create a secondary barrier against cold and prevent heat from escaping through thin glass. Window liners dramatically reduced temperature fluctuations at night and kept rooms warm with less heater effort. I upgraded my thermostat to a smart, programmable model that adjusts temperature automatically based on occupancy and time of day. The smart thermostat lowered heat when we were away or asleep and raised it before returning, which significantly cut electricity consumption. I improved humidity levels using a small humidifier because dry air feels colder and moist air helps retain warmth naturally.
Maintaining optimal humidity allowed us to reduce thermostat settings without feeling cold, which saved energy. Next, I sealed hidden gaps behind sinks, pipes, and appliances where heat could escape and cold air could enter, which are often overlooked areas. Sealing these gaps stabilized room temperatures and reduced the energy needed to keep the house comfortable throughout the day. I used door snakes and heavy fabric at the bottom of exterior doors to trap warm air and prevent drafts from entering living areas. Every small layer of insulation contributed to overall energy savings and lowered the need for heaters to run constantly. I also rearranged beds and seating areas away from exterior walls, because sitting or sleeping near cold walls pulls heat from the body. This adjustment allowed us to lower room temperatures without losing comfort while saving electricity at night. Next, I insulated behind heavy furniture and bookshelves on exterior walls to prevent walls from absorbing heat and cooling rooms. Even hidden cold spots make a difference, and insulating behind furniture increased overall warmth noticeably. I used thermal mass objects like ceramic vases and bricks to absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night. This passive heating method stabilized temperatures and reduced heater cycling by maintaining warmth even when heaters were off. I added thermal liners to interior closet walls that share exterior walls because these areas often drain heat from adjacent rooms. This kept bedrooms warmer without increasing heater usage while improving comfort for sleeping. I placed reflective panels behind heaters to push heat into rooms instead of losing it through walls, improving efficiency and comfort. Redirecting heat back into rooms allowed heaters to warm larger areas using less electricity than before. Next, I optimized doorways to unheated areas by adding draft guards and heavy blankets to prevent cold air from seeping in. Blocking cold air kept warmth concentrated in main living spaces and lowered heater usage substantially. I optimized curtain usage by opening them during sunny days to capture passive solar heat and closing them at night to retain warmth. Passive solar heating reduced electricity consumption and allowed rooms to stay warm using sunlight instead of heaters. I applied insulated outlet and switch covers on exterior walls because small gaps allow cold air to seep inside, reducing comfort. Sealing these areas stabilized interior temperatures and prevented unnecessary heat loss across the home. Next, I reinforced insulation behind window curtains to create an extra barrier against heat loss. Improving room warmth, double-layered curtains enhanced warmth without increasing electricity usage, keeping rooms comfortable even on cold days. I insulated under rugs on cold floors to prevent heat from sinking and make walking surfaces warmer, while reducing heater load. The floor insulation allowed us to maintain comfort at lower temperatures and contributed to significant energy savings. I sealed attic hatches and crawl space doors to prevent heat from escaping into unused spaces, creating a controlled environment. Sealing these areas allowed heaters to maintain warmth more efficiently and reduce runtime throughout the day and night. Next, I used interior door curtains to prevent heat from traveling to unheated rooms, keeping warmth in living areas. This zoning method allowed smaller heaters to provide comfort efficiently and avoid wasting energy in empty rooms. I placed indoor plants near windows as natural draft barriers and to improve humidity, which enhances warmth perception. Plants help retain heat and support insulation efforts without consuming additional electricity. Next, I installed magnetic vent covers on unused rooms to redirect airflow to occupied living areas, maximizing efficiency, redirecting heat where it was needed. Most reduced wasted electricity and kept commonly used rooms consistently warm. I placed reflective insulation behind furniture and heaters along exterior walls to prevent heat from being absorbed and lost. This simple measure reflected warmth back into the room and allowed heaters to maintain comfort with lower energy use. Next, I added insulated blankets behind beds and seating areas near cold walls to stop radiant heat loss during sleep and relaxation. This improvement allowed nighttime temperatures to be lower without losing comfort, which contributed to energy savings. I installed reinforced draft stoppers under all exterior doors to trap warm air inside and prevent cold air from entering. These inexpensive solutions helped maintain stable indoor temperatures and reduced overall energy consumption. Next, I installed motion-activated space heaters in key rooms to provide heat only when someone was present and automatically shut off. This eliminated wasted energy in unused areas and made heating far more efficient. Finally, I followed the energy revolution system, which guided me through advanced techniques for insulation, airflow, and heater placement. If you want similar results, check the link in the description to access the energy revolution system and start.
Reducing your electric bill today. After completing basic insulation and heater upgrades, I noticed rooms stayed warm longer and the heater ran less frequently. Even small adjustments could push savings further without spending a lot on new equipment or high electricity bills. I started by measuring temperature in every room throughout the day to find areas that lost heat faster than others. Tracking highs and lows allowed me to identify rooms needing extra insulation or improved heater placement for efficiency. One issue was rooms facing north or with older windows that lost heat quickly and forced heaters to run constantly. I installed thicker insulated curtains and reflective window film, which trapped heat and minimized drafts in these problem areas. Next, I added weather stripping around doors that were still slightly leaky to prevent warm air from escaping and cold air entering. Even minor gaps impact heating efficiency, and sealing them created a noticeable difference in room comfort and energy savings. I insulated behind baseboards along exterior walls because cold air can sneak in behind trim and floors, reducing heater efficiency. This prevented heat from being absorbed by walls and allowed rooms to maintain warmth longer without constant heater usage. I installed magnetic vent covers on unused rooms to redirect airflow to living areas, focusing warmth where it was needed most. This strategy concentrated heat and allowed the heater to run less while keeping occupied spaces comfortable. Next, I improved floor insulation in tile and hardwood areas, where cold surfaces pulled heat from the air, making rooms feel colder. Adding rugs and foam padding under rugs stabilized temperatures and allowed the heater to operate at lower settings. I also sealed gaps behind outlets on exterior walls to prevent hidden drafts that reduce room warmth without being obvious. Sealing these outlets improved temperature stability and reduced the need for continuous heater operation. I installed draft stoppers under all exterior doors to prevent cold air from entering and keep warmth concentrated in main living areas. Every small upgrade added up to less heater runtime and more consistent indoor comfort throughout the day and night. Next, I rearranged beds and seating areas away from exterior walls to reduce heat loss near cold surfaces. This adjustment allowed me to lower thermostat settings without sacrificing comfort and saved energy overnight. I insulated behind heavy furniture and bookshelves along exterior walls to prevent heat from being absorbed and lost. Even hidden cold spots can impact overall comfort, and insulation behind furniture helped maintain warmth throughout rooms. I used thermal mass objects, like ceramic vases and bricks, to store heat during the day and release it slowly at night. This passive heating method stabilized room temperatures and reduced heater cycling, lowering energy use. I also added thermal liners to interior closet walls that shared exterior walls to stop cold air from draining heat from adjacent rooms. This kept bedrooms warmer while reducing heater usage and improving comfort for sleeping. Next, I placed reflective panels behind heaters to push heat back into rooms instead of losing it through walls. Redirecting heat allowed heaters to maintain warmth in larger areas, using less electricity than before. I optimized doorways to unheated areas with draft guards and blankets to prevent cold air from seeping in. Blocking drafts kept warmth concentrated and allowed heaters to run less frequently in main living spaces. I also optimized curtain usage by opening them during sunny days to capture natural heat and closing them at night to retain warmth. Using sunlight reduced electricity usage and allowed rooms to stay warm without heaters running constantly. I installed insulated outlet and switch covers on exterior walls because even small gaps allow cold air to enter, reducing efficiency. Sealing these areas stabilized temperatures and prevented unnecessary heat loss across all rooms. Next, I reinforced insulation behind window curtains to create an additional barrier against the heat loss, improving overall comfort. Double-layered curtains enhanced warmth while allowing lower heater settings, saving energy without sacrificing comfort. I insulated under rugs in cold areas to prevent heat from sinking and make floors warmer while reducing heater workload. Floor insulation allowed consistent comfort at lower temperatures and contributed to significant electricity savings.
I sealed attic hatches and crawl space doors to prevent heat from escaping and cold air from entering unused spaces. This created a controlled environment and allowed heaters to maintain warmth more efficiently throughout the house. Next, I used interior door curtains to block heat from traveling to unheated rooms, concentrating warmth in living areas. Zoning with curtains allowed heaters to work efficiently and reduced wasted energy in empty spaces. I placed indoor plants near windows to act as natural draft barriers and improve humidity, which enhances perceived warmth. Plants retain heat naturally and complement insulation without any additional energy cost. Next, I installed magnetic vent covers on unused rooms to redirect airflow to occupied areas, maximizing efficiency. Redirecting heat reduced wasted electricity and kept frequently used rooms consistently warm. I placed reflective insulation behind furniture and heaters along exterior walls to prevent heat from being absorbed and lost. Reflective surfaces improved heater efficiency and maintained consistent room warmth using less electricity. I added insulated blankets behind beds and seating areas near cold walls to prevent radiant heat loss during sleep and relaxation. This allowed nighttime temperatures to be lower without losing comfort, saving energy on overnight heating. I installed reinforced draft stoppers under all exterior doors to trap warmth inside and prevent cold air from entering. These simple solutions improved temperature stability and contributed to lowering overall electricity use. Next, I installed motion-activated space heaters in key rooms to heat only when someone was present and automatically turn off. This eliminated wasted energy in empty rooms and made heating more efficient and precise. I also placed reflective boards behind baseboard heaters to boost heat distribution and reduce wasted electricity. Reflective panels redirected warmth into rooms, allowing heaters to maintain comfort with lower settings. Next day, I used heavy insulated curtains and liners on all windows to reduce heat loss through glass and create an extra thermal barrier. This improvement allowed lower thermostat settings while maintaining comfort in every room. I insulated behind bookcases, large furniture, and shelves along exterior walls to prevent heat from being absorbed by cold surfaces. This contributed to overall warmth and reduced unnecessary heater usage across the house. Next, I upgraded my smart thermostat to adjust temperature based on occupancy, time of day, and room priority. The smart thermostat reduced heat when rooms were empty and increased it before use, maximizing efficiency. I also installed reflective insulation behind radiators in bedrooms and living rooms to increase efficiency and heat distribution. This allowed rooms to warm faster and maintain comfort while reducing electricity consumption. Next, I sealed hidden gaps around pipes, vents, and crawl space doors to prevent heat loss and cold infiltration. Sealing these areas stabilized room temperatures and allowed heaters to operate less frequently. I rearranged furniture and seating areas to avoid blocking airflow from heaters, ensuring even distribution of warmth. Proper airflow allows heaters to maintain comfort with lower energy use and fewer cycles. Next, I used thermal mass objects to absorb daytime heat and release it slowly at night, stabilizing room temperatures. Passive heating reduced heater cycling and maintained warmth during overnight hours without extra electricity. I applied window insulation film on the coldest windows to create a barrier against drafts and retain warmth. This reduced temperature fluctuations and allowed rooms to stay warm longer with minimal heater use. Next, I installed insulating panels behind heaters and radiators in all key rooms to reflect heat back into the space. This increased heater efficiency and helped maintain consistent warmth throughout the house. I added extra weather stripping and draft guards around doors and windows, sealing even the smallest gaps. Comprehensive sealing ensured minimal heat loss and allowed the heating system to work at maximum efficiency. Next, I adjusted humidity levels using small humidifiers to improve perceived warmth and comfort in each room. Proper humidity allowed me to lower thermostat settings without feeling cold, reducing overall energy use. Finally, I implemented all these strategies combined with guidance from the Energy Revolution system to maximize efficiency and savings. After implementing all the previous strategies, I noticed my home stayed warm for longer periods with far less electricity. Even small adjustments can make a big difference when combined with proper insulation, heater placement, and airflow management. I started focusing on fine-tuning heater settings by using thermostats and timers to run heaters only when needed. This scheduling ensured rooms were warm when occupied, but avoided wasting energy on empty spaces. Next, I created additional heating zones using door curtains and blankets to trap warmth in occupied areas and leave unused rooms cooler. Zoning allowed me to focus heat where it was needed most and reduce overall electricity consumption. I also used reflective insulation panels behind radiators and heaters to prevent heat loss to walls and increase room warmth. This simple adjustment boosted heater efficiency and allowed rooms to warm faster with less energy.
Next, I installed motion-activated space heaters in key rooms to provide warmth only when someone was present and turn off automatically. This eliminated wasted electricity in empty spaces and ensured energy was spent only where it was needed. I applied insulated liners to old windows and added thick curtains to prevent heat from escaping through glass. Improved window insulation kept rooms warmer, longer, and allowed heaters to operate at lower settings. Next, I added floor insulation under rugs and carpets in cold areas to prevent heat loss and make walking surfaces more comfortable. This improvement allowed me to lower thermostat settings without sacrificing comfort, saving energy in the process. I sealed remaining drafts around doors, windows, and outlet covers to prevent cold air from sneaking in and reduce heater workload. Sealing every gap stabilized indoor temperatures and improved overall efficiency of the heating system. Next, I optimized curtain usage by opening them fully during sunny days to capture natural heat and closing them at night to retain warmth. Using sunlight as passive heating reduced the need for electric heaters and helped maintain comfortable temperatures. Naturally, I also used indoor plants near windows as natural draft barriers and humidity regulators, which enhance perceived warmth. Plants retain heat and moisture naturally while complementing insulation and heater efficiency strategies. Next, I installed reflective panels behind furniture and heaters along exterior walls to prevent heat absorption and loss. Reflective surfaces redirected warmth into rooms, allowing heaters to maintain comfort with lower energy use. I insulated behind beds, couches, and seating areas near cold walls to stop radiant heat loss and maintain comfortable temperatures. This adjustment allowed nighttime temperatures to be lower without sacrificing comfort, saving electricity on overnight heating. I added reinforced draft stoppers under exterior doors to trap heat inside and prevent cold air from entering living spaces. These inexpensive solutions maintained stable indoor temperatures and reduced overall energy consumption. Next, I installed smart thermostats in multiple rooms to automatically adjust temperatures based on occupancy and daily schedules. The smart system reduced heating in unused spaces while ensuring comfort when rooms were occupied, lowering electricity usage. I also used thermal mass objects such as bricks and ceramics to store heat during the day and release it slowly at night. This passive heat retention stabilized room temperatures and reduced heater cycling, saving energy efficiently. Next, I improved airflow by rearranging furniture to prevent blocking heater output and using small fans to distribute warmth evenly. Proper airflow allowed heaters to maintain consistent comfort with less energy and reduced cold spots in rooms. I applied additional weather stripping and draft guards to all doors and windows that still allowed minor cold air leaks. Sealing these gaps further improved temperature stability and heater efficiency throughout the home. Next, I created small zones with heavy curtains or blankets in doorways to prevent heat from escaping to unheated areas. This zoning strategy allowed concentrated heat in occupied rooms and reduced unnecessary heater operation. I also upgraded window insulation with reflective films to minimize heat loss and create a barrier against drafts. The combination of films and curtains kept rooms warmer for longer periods and reduced electricity usage. Next, I applied insulation behind baseboards and walls adjacent to exterior areas to prevent heat from being absorbed and lost. This simple adjustment improved heater efficiency and allowed rooms to maintain warmth with less energy. I used small portable humidifiers to maintain optimal indoor humidity, which improves perceived warmth and comfort. Proper humidity allowed me to lower thermostat settings while maintaining a cozy environment. Next, I checked attic and basement insulation, adding panels and reflective barriers to slow heat loss through ceilings and floors. Improved attic and basement insulation increased efficiency and allowed heaters to maintain warmth more effectively. I also placed reflective panels behind radiators and heaters in key rooms to maximize heat distribution and efficiency. Redirecting heat back into the room reduced wasted energy and improved overall comfort.
Next, I adjusted heater placement to avoid walls and furniture blocking airflow and allowed heat to circulate freely. Optimizing heater placement improved distribution and reduced energy use while keeping rooms comfortable. I sealed hidden gaps behind appliances, pipes, and vents where heat could escape or cold air enter. Sealing these overlooked areas stabilized temperatures and allowed the heater to operate less frequently. Next, I used motion-activated space heaters and smart controls to focus warmth in occupied rooms only. This strategy prevented wasted energy and ensured electricity was spent efficiently. I also placed reflective insulation behind heaters and radiators to redirect heat into living spaces. The reflective surfaces improved heater efficiency and reduced electricity usage. Next, I optimized passive solar heating by opening curtains during the day and closing them at night. This captured natural heat and retained it efficiently without using electric heaters. I applied floor insulation under rugs in cold areas to prevent heat loss and make walking surfaces more comfortable. This allowed lower thermostat settings while maintaining comfort, directly saving electricity. Next, I used plants near windows as natural draft barriers and humidity regulators to enhance warmth. The plants retained heat naturally and helped maintain comfortable indoor temperatures. I reinforced draft stoppers under doors and added insulated curtains in doorways to prevent heat from escaping. These steps kept warmth concentrated in occupied rooms and reduced heater operation. Next, I followed the Energy Revolution system, which guided me through advanced strategies for airflow optimization, insulation, and heater placement. The system helped me find overlooked energy-saving opportunities and implement them effectively. If you want similar results, check the link in the description to access the Energy Revolution system and start lowering your electric bill today. With these combined strategies, my heating system now runs efficiently, bills are lower, and the home is consistently warm and comfortable. By applying proper insulation, zoning, heater optimization, and using the Energy Revolution system, anyone can dramatically reduce heating costs